Well, we are back.
Are we? That's what we said last time.
Yeah. After 5 and something months,
Yes.
the Foursome Podcast is back, baby.
Wow.
Yes.
Wait. 5 months?
Yes, the last episode we uploaded was January what, Nate?
26.
20, yeah, something. 20
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can use the meme that says like an eternity later. That's for
Yes.
us.
We are the meme.
Yeah. But we have so many cool updates to give you from the last one. And also we have a lot of trending topics to talk about, including...
So, I'm going to have these ladies react to some different videos that we found on the internet.
So these are trending videos that we're going to react on, and you guys will get to have an opinion as well.
Yeah.
So are you guys ready?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Welcome to the Foursome Podcast.
Ooh. Don't be dirty. It's not what you think.
We're just the perfectly imperfect couples.
The Foursome Podcast starts now. So let's get to the videos in a little bit. First, let's talk about what new updates we have going on in our lives, in my life, your life, and everybody.
Oh, wait a minute. You have an update too, Nate?
Yeah.
I'm the only one that doesn't have an update. That's not even cool. I'm like the
Get with
boring
program.
one.
Get with the program. I'm telling you, I'm trying to bring you with me, but you don't want to.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think I can be a flight attendant. I can't. I'll punch somebody in the face. No, I wouldn't. I would never.
You
But
have to have some patience, but
okay, so we'll start with Steph.
Yeah.
Should we? Okay.
do you guys want to ask me questions?
No, we just want to know, what have you been doing?
So last time you were going into the training.
Yes.
And you're out of the training. So tell us all about it.
Well, yes, I went to training for a whole month. It was 4 weeks. And when I tell you that was the most challenging thing that I have done in my life, yeah, that was one of them. I can't tell you, it was physically, mentally, and everything together. So, I mean, it was a lot, but I did it.
It was physically, mentally, spiritually,
Exhausting.
Emotionally exhausting.
Yes, it was exhausting. But because I don't know, people, and including me, I had another perspective of being a flight attendant, and I didn't know it was like you had to do so much to get into it. It's just too much.
So now you have a new respect for those
Absolutely.
people that you see on a daily basis. That
100%.
Yeah,
I was
'cause
like,
she used to treat flight attendants like shit.
never. Never.
Well,
I'm not that kind of
I'll
person.
be honest with you. I really had a different opinion before you did this training. The flight attendant, you're here to serve me drinks.
Everybody
That was it.
has that perspective, but it's
then
not like that.
When you went through the training and I saw, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
They know, these flight attendants know, they have a lot on their head. They
Yeah.
know a lot
Yeah.
in case anything happens.
Yes. So we are prepared to save lives. So there you go.
Yes.
oh, I'm joking. Please
There you
give me
go.
CPR
Yes.
stuff.
Yes, I can do that.
Literally.
If somebody's having a stroke or heart attack, we're prepared to do that too.
You can fight.
Yes, we have some techniques, you know. I'm not sharing details, but we do.
Kick Nate's ass. Yeah.
We
I'll
also,
pay for that.
like, you know, in case of emergency landing, God willing, we don't
Forbid.
have to do any of that. God forbid. Yes. So yeah, ready for anything.
It's pretty cool.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Do you love it? How do you feel?
I do love it. I do. I am kind of new to it because it's been only 2 months since I started flying, but I love it. I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun, and it's interesting because you get to meet so many different people every single day that you're like, oh my gosh, hundreds of people, and your crew that you work with is different every time. So you get to meet different personalities, different attitudes, you know. So you know how to you get to know how to handle different personalities and attitudes. So that's good. But I love it. I enjoy it.
And you
for
get
sure.
to, discover new places.
Yes, that's true. I have been to like 5 or 8 different countries and I don't know, 20 different states or more. Yeah.
Dang,
Crazy.
already. Wow, that's so cool.
2 months. That's a lot.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
I know,
I
Jenny,
guess-
you should come with me. I'm telling you. And explore together the world.
So from a flight attendant to a
Yes.
private pilot.
Yes. I got my private pilot license.
So congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations to Nelson.
Did you say congratulations?
I got
so
scared. I thought
proud
she
of
was
you.
calling me another name.
I'm so proud of you, babe.
Thank
We
you,
all
thank you.
are.
So I got my private pilot license, and now I am about to test out on my instrument rating endorsement so that I can
Which-
fly through the clouds.
I feel like that's harder though. That's more difficult to get.
It is a lot of information.
Yeah.
And when I started it, I said, "Oh my God, I feel like it's a different language."
Yeah.
Even coming from studying to be a pilot, a private pilot, to instrument rating, it's another world.
So for those people that don't know, what is instrument rating? What does that even mean?
That just means that you have the endorsement to fly in weather that is not easy for you to see out of the cockpit. So flying through rain, through clouds, through snow, through fog.
So basically, you're using your instruments rather than your sight
Right.
Yeah.
to
Yes,
be able to.
and primarily it helps you when you're landing. When you're landing and you have to break free of the clouds, usually, hopefully, closer to the ground, you're out and you can visually see. But there's moments where it doesn't break, or from clouds you have fog. You need to rely on those instruments to land that airplane.
I get chills just listening to Nelson. Like I literally get chills because I get to go in there from time to time. Like if they need a break, I get to go in there.
In the what?
And where the pilot sits.
The cockpit.
In the cockpit?
Yes.
Okay.
Everything that he's saying, it sounds easy. Like him explaining it like right now, not easy, but like maybe because I have like a tiny bit of understanding, like maybe the tiniest bit. But when you go in there, it's just like another world. It's just crazy. I'm like, oh my gosh, so many buttons, so many things. And it's just they're constantly talking numbers and routes and this and constantly. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go crazy just listening to it. So that's pretty amazing that you are understanding all of that
And loving it.
and loving it. Yes, because it's a lot.
It's a challenge. I
It's
love
crazy.
challenges. I love learning something new. It's great. It's exciting.
And you're gonna get the best views in your life. You're gonna get them from there because I've seen some pretty nice stuff. I can't take pictures because I can't take my phone out, but I have it on my memory for sure. It's amazing.
He's gonna take us to some nice places too, though.
I see.
Yeah.
That's what my son says all the time. He's like, "You're gonna fly me to Europe, right, Dad? You're gonna fly
Oh,
me,
you
right?"
better buy a plane then because
Oh yes, that's
The first
other
trip that we're going to make is North Carolina, right?
to North Carolina.
to visit Rachel.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We fly up there easily.
You can rent a plane and go there.
Yeah.
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 I don't know, but
maybe-
Jenny wants to buy one now.
I'm telling you, it's like buying a boat. It's way cheaper than a boat.
Really?
Way cheaper than a boat.
You can get an airplane.
Well, you better make it to fit us two there.
Yeah, it's four passenger plane.
4 passengers,
Okay.
a Cessna 172.
I don't know if the plane can handle your luggage, babe. She packs so much stuff.
No, you will not be taking a lot of
No,
luggage.
just a backpack. I'm learning how to pack.
Really?
Yes.
What I advise
So-
is taking empty water bottles. There's no bathroom in there.
Okay, so one thing that I have learned watching Nelson do his training and do all his studying is that you have to get the weight of every single passenger in order to do the mathematical balance that the plane needs to be able to go. So once he asked for Nay's weight, we're all doomed. We're all doomed.
We're just going to be Nate in the back and then that's it.
The plane's gonna go.
Whatever.
I'll tell you something.
I thought she was gonna say everybody on the right side of the plane and Nate by himself on the left side to balance it out.
Weight and balance, weight and balance.
Trust me, there's guys at the school that they're
Dang.
and they're in there, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Nay will pass the test.
Nate passed. We might talk about that a little later in one of the
I'm
videos. we're
I'm
gonna show you.
bullying you, Nay. You know I love you.
You know, I don't
Stop, man.
care.
It doesn't affect him
Don't,
anymore.
don't mistreat my brother like that. Gee.
I have been since day one. It's great.
Oh my gosh.
Speaking of which, tell us about your new endeavors, Nate.
So yeah, I left my job, or I didn't I switched jobs really.
Yes.
I went to a new company. I accepted a senior position at a newish company that's kind of growing, and it's really exciting. they listen and they take my experience into account, and it's just awesome to work for a company that actually listens to you.
And it's
great.
way better pay.
Yes, that's
always nice.
too.
Yeah, we're not gonna get into details.
No, I'm just saying.
One of the benefits, though, remember, was that, and I'm sure our listeners can relate to this. You have a job position at a company, and then they throw on all these added duties that should be another whole employee should be doing that you're doing.
Yep.
So that was another struggle, which at this company you're not doing.
Yeah, it was a little weird at the last job. It seems like people leave a company and they don't add new people to the company. They just distribute their workload.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah,
no.
Yeah.
They can be a little much, especially when you have little kids.
Yeah.
Because it takes a lot from you.
I can't speak bad about them either.
No.
They were very
Yes.
accommodating.
Yeah, for
Just
sure.
family stuff
Yes.
going on or whatever. And this
can
new
And they
job-
gave you your big break. I guess we can say it because that was your first real contract.
that was my first full-time job
Yeah,
that
right.
wasn't
Yeah.
a contract.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, they were great in that sense. We can complain about that. For
Yeah, they gave me a 6-month contract, and then in 3 months I was hired full-time. Mm-hmm. So it was good.
Great. Yeah.
It's awesome.
You're badass.
How about you, Jenny? Tell us.
Nothing. I'm still in the radio. I'm still doing what I do.
Oh no, but you
You started a class.
yes, you started a class.
That's something different. I started taking Italian classes, which I
Grazie mille.
What? I mean, it's not an accomplishment name, but it's something.
No, I'm laughing because I'm listening to you talking Italian.
Grazie mille.
What can I say? What do you want me to say?
You have to say a whole sentence, like a word, like a whole sentence. Yeah.
Okay.
You know the bad words?
I don't. I know
should start learning those.
This
That's
is
the first
this is
thing.
a real teacher. She's not gonna teach me the bad stuff.
I'll be the judge of that.
Shoot, how do you say the numbers? I only learned until 20.
Girl,
so-
I don't know. No numbers in Italian. Un, deux, trois. No,
That's French.
What? What'd you say?
Yo sono di República Dominicana.
Okay. Yo soy de República Dominicana.
Me llamo Jenny. Me llamo Jenny.
Me piace mucho.
Me piaccio?
Bueno, molto piace.
Molto piace.
Me gusta mucho.
Molto piace.
Biatch.
Me piace, me gusta.
What?
Piacere, un placer.
Piacere para ti también.
No, but I've always wanted to learn Italian, and I've always wanted to, and that has always been my thing. It's like, one day I want to learn. One day I want to learn. And then I said, you know what? I'm just going to go for it. And I downloaded an app. That sucked. So, we have a friend that was taking Italian classes, and I was like, are you kidding me? I want to take Italian. So we connected, and I'm doing it through Zoom. It's been absolutely amazing. It's not easy, I'm going to say.
It's a hard language to learn.
Yes, it is not easy at all, but it's a challenge, and you know me. It's like, I'm not going to stop until I am
She's not
fully
backing down.
fluent in Italian.
Yeah, you better practice when you get there.
Yes. So Nelson and I don't know if we said this on the last episode, but we are celebrating our 20th anniversary going on a Mediterranean cruise.
And your birthday.
Yeah.
Yes, we're going to 2 cities in Spain, 2 cities in Italy, and 2 cities in France on an adult-only cruise.
That's amazing.
Virgin.
Yeah.
Virgin Cruise Lines, adults only.
Was that the one that? Oh, that's the one we were looking at.
It's like all
Yes.
red inside.
I've heard
Yes.
stories about that cruise.
Yes,
Be
I already have the
careful.
pineapple packed,
Oh my
ready to
gosh.
go.
What? I haven't heard any stories.
They have stories, and you just be careful, you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are traveling as a couple, so I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna be just fine. Nobody's.
Stealing your husband.
Yeah, heck no.
Or not
Hate it.
stealing, like, you know,
better not be
borrowing.
Sharing? Nope, none of that.
We better not be drinking then. I don't know.
None of that. Oh, please, we don't do that.
I don't know.
Okay, so we wanted to kind of bring in to the podcast the trending videos that are happening and to react at least for one of them because it kind of goes along with what Steph is doing as a flight attendant.
And cruises too, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And taxi cabs and restaurants,
I'm a little scared.
elevators, escalators.
that's true. All of the above.
How about the doctor's office, that bed you sit on?
Oh
get
my
examined?
gosh.
Oh my
Your-
God.
Your brain is going like,
Let people
Far.
watch with us, or listen at least. Listen or watch. There you go.
oh,
see what
look at her face
There you go.
already.
I genuinely believe that airlines is the biggest frustration when it comes to plus size accommodations. When we're flying next to other people, my husband and I try really hard to be as small as we possibly can, but you can only do so much to make yourself small.
Like this.
One of the biggest worries that people have as a plus size person is having to ask in front of other people that they don't know for a seatbelt extender.
I mean, that video's longer. She goes on to talk about how excursions on a cruise don't accommodate bigger people. Like if you're gonna do, I don't know, something in the water or zip lining, there's a weight limit. Like those are for safety reasons.
Exactly.
She talks about chairs on the beach when
Right.
she's on vacation,
She-
that they're not made for heavier people, so they bend or break when
Right.
she sits on them.
Or the toilet in the cruise that it's attached to the wall and there's nothing on the floor like supporting the weight.
That's difficult.
And they break it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they sit on it
Yeah.
and they've
It's
broken the
like,
toilet off.
There's
the
not
wall.
enough support
Yes.
on the toilets.
Okay.
Sucks, but dang.
I
You
mean-
gotta do something about it.
I mean, I've been on. We've been fortunate. We've been on a lot of cruises, and that bathroom door is very.
They're
small
very
to get into
tiny.
that bathroom.
They're very
Yeah.
tiny.
That door is small to get through. I imagine.
The whole bathroom is very tiny. The shower is tiny.
It's tiny and it's short. Like
Yeah.
you're literally like this.
You would probably, if you're overweight, you would probably need to get a suite.
You just wouldn't shower. Just
Ew.
I don't are they bigger? Like the suite bathroom? Like
mean-
the shower itself?
Forget the shower. How can you even go to the bathroom?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't know how that works.
It should be bigger, but
Do you think that there should be accommodations for bigger people?
It all depends on the situation, I would say.
I mean, I'm thinking from a business point. You know, the airlines are going to be like, no, the majority of the people are not in your situation,
Yeah, because
so we're not going to
yeah.
spend a lot of money to remodel airplanes.
I was just gonna say you cannot just change a row to have a like double seats. You can't do that.
If you notice in that clip that you played, they have a row and there's just them two, 3 chairs,
Yeah.
but 2 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because
So-
they have to buy an extra one so that way they're not super uncomfortable.
But I've heard of that complaint as well. Is that why should I pay for an extra seat?
Yeah.
They have to
Yeah.
if they don't want to be like she said, like trying to fit like more.
Well, and they're embarrassed to ask for the seatbelt extender.
Okay,
Oh,
so
okay. Here we go.
I'm pretty new to the industry, but I already had a few situations. Like, don't be embarrassed to ask for a seatbelt extensions. It's okay. It's there to use. It's fine, and we have them. But me personally, I don't offer them until they say something to me.
You're not supposed to.
No, you're not supposed to, unless which they're not supposed to either. But it happened to me, unless you're sitting on an exit row, which you're not supposed to, and I had
you're not supposed to because of your weight.
because you can't not wear a seatbelt extension sitting there. It's considered as a hazard.
Considered a hazard.
Yeah, it's considered a hazard because it's an exit row. You have to go there in the event of an emergency, and
People need to get around you.
and not only that, like with the seatbelt extension, it's a little harder to move, like to take it out, and it's a little bit of a process in that sense. So I had this young lady. There were a couple, and she was sitting on the exit row. So I needed to brief the exit. That was my area of compliance, and she asked for a seatbelt extension. And unfortunately, I have to tell her that she can use a seatbelt extension sitting there. And she went off on me. She was very, mad and uncomfortable. And I had to explain to her that if I don't tell her that, if I don't explain that to her, I can lose my job. And, we have to move her. And she was like, I'm so disappointed, this and that. I pay for this seat. And I'm like, we apologize. You will get a refund, but we have to move you to another row. She was mad. So I had to talk to the lead of that flight and explain to her. And then she went and apologized and explained to her again. And I mean,
That's policy is
left.
policy. Yeah.
But she was not happy at all. But people don't understand that if it's safety related, we cannot let you do anything. Like, we cannot let you sit there and we cannot give you a seatbelt extension.
And you can get as mad as you want, but it's not going to happen, period.
Yes, the worst thing can happen is you have to get off the flight.
Now, this has been discussed before, so I just want to ask you, do you kind of know when somebody's getting on the plane and be like, yeah, they're going to need a seatbelt?
Yes.
And
Yeah, of course. Because I already know like how wide the seats are and like how far the seatbelt can go. And you can tell like, by the belly area. That's usually where it goes. Mm-hmm. But some people, they just like squeeze in. Because I had another person who was sitting in the exit. And this guy he was younger. And he was sitting there and I didn't say anything. I just told him, can you please put your seatbelt on because I have to brief you. I did that first because I wanted to see if he will fit before I move him. And he's like, he sucked it all in and he buckled.
Wow.
And he didn't need a seatbelt extension. I'm like, okay, he fit. So he's fine.
Could he breathe?
Cut the circulation off his legs?
No, he was fine.
Wow.
I guess he's used to do that. But yeah,
I'll be honest with
it
you.
was pretty funny though. Because
This subject brings to mind my last flight. The last time I was on an airplane was the first time I ever heard in person someone say, can I have a seatbelt extension?
really,
Yeah.
it's more common than what you think.
Yeah, I've never heard of it in my life. I always thought that they just had two chairs.
No, they usually are very like quiet saying it because they feel bad, embarrassed. Yeah. But I mean, you don't have to. If you need it, you need it.
The worst I've ever seen was we went to, I don't know if it was like Busch Gardens or one theme park. And we did a 2-hour line to get on a ride. And this lady does the 2-hour line, and we get to the ride. She's ahead of us, and she doesn't fit in the seat.
Oh no!
And there's like the whole line had to stop because they were trying to get her to ride the ride, and they didn't. And you could tell how embarrassed she was.
Yeah.
But they have those
No, this was like
way back
You couldn't-
when.
15, 20 years ago.
Okay.
I don't know if they
My
have that
thing
now.
is that, I mean, I get their point. I get it. You want them to lose weight so they can fit and they can enjoy, all the accommodations that you have for, in quotes, regular people. But the fact of the matter is that is their lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can hear, or, when she's talking, her husband and her, like both of them are overweight and they're happy that way.
Yeah.
So why should you have to change your life because there's nothing available for you? Shouldn't that be changing, or at least, for different companies to start thinking of adding those options? Because not in all, especially when it comes to safety. But for example, the new ride at SeaWorld. If you are big, it will tell you, if you are big, you will not fit. You cannot ride the ride. I'm okay with that. I don't want to die. Thank you for
safety.
telling me that if I ride that ride and I'm overweight, guess what? I may die. You know what I mean? So I'm okay with that. But with certain things like me not being able to ride on a cruise, you need to give me a toilet that could hold me.
But then you have to change the whole structure, which is crazy.
You have to
Like,
change.
I mean,
Well, business-wise, I would say they could, but they were going to charge them more. You're
And
going to
that's
pay
fine.
more because
and that's
I
fine
have
because
to
you
change it.
chose that. When you buy clothes, a lot of times oversized clothes, you have to pay more, and
Yeah.
they're used to that.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to pay more, then you try to work and lose weight. But there should be, in some instances, that doesn't necessarily involve safety. They should think about adding it because it isn't fair if you really think about it. That's my opinion.
No,
Yeah,
I
no,
know.
that
I mean,
is
people
true.
people are going to be back and forth on this. I mean, some people be like, well, listen, I'm not going to change my whole company because you decide to live this kind of
Exactly.
lifestyle.
At the end of the,
When the majority of the people don't.
at the end of the day, companies don't give a shit anyways, because plane seats how they are now are not really designed for people that are 6 feet tall.
Oh, oh my gosh, that's so hard.
So they're
Yes.
not being accommodated.
No.
So what do you do?
But they can. You can sit them in the center. What do you call it? The
exit row?
emergency.
If you have
Yeah.
20 people that are 6 feet tall, some people ain't getting an
Yeah.
exit row.
And sometimes they don't want to pay extra. That's
Yep.
the thing.
Or they
Yeah,
can't.
you don't want to
afford
pay for the extra leg space chairs.
it. Yeah. So
I mean,
It's an ongoing battle, but if they find the loophole and they're able to sue and win a case, it's all over from there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I think if that would have been done a long time ago.
Yeah, because
But
this is.
I don't think so.
Yeah, this has been happening for.
Because
way long.
if you let's say you in my head I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna take you to court because you can't accommodate me, and then the guy's gonna bring his lawyers, gonna bring his doctors, gonna be like, you're actually at a health risk living that lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's actually.
But that is their choice.
I understand that, but
From
there's
business
different ways
perspective,
for business wise
yeah.
to defend. That's what I'm just saying. What they would crazy.
Yeah, you went deep in there, like really
Yeah,
deep.
I go.
They'd have to go there'd have to be like a section where, okay, these chairs are stronger on a pool deck on a cruise, which can hold your weight.
But that's also
These are other people.
discrimination for them.
Right,
Like,
of course.
They're going to feel like, oh, I can only sit there because
I'm fat.
overweight.
You're calling me fat.
Yeah, exactly. So people are gonna go there.
There's another video I
It's
saw.
hard.
Like in the bathrooms, you know how there's like, let's say you're at a public restroom and there's a bunch of stalls. The last one's usually a handicap stall.
Yeah.
And there's this guy that goes into the bathroom and he goes straight to the handicap stall, right? And he sits down. And then all of a sudden, he sees a wheelchair roll up. All the stalls are empty in the bathroom, and he's hogging up the only wheelchair accessible one.
Wow.
That's messed up.
So when you have that kind of situation on a cruise and there's a special section for bigger people, like, is it only for them? Am I allowed to go sit there?
Yeah, you're gonna get like backfire.
I don't think
anyways.
you can satisfy everybody.
No.
You can't.
I don't
You
think
can't.
so.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, at one time I went into the handicap bathroom or stall because I had a stroller. I had one of the kids with me.
Poor
I've
kid.
been-
And when I came out, somebody went off on me and they were like, you can't be using that. And it's not that she needed it. It's just that
Complaining.
she was complaining because I used it. And I said, are you going to babysit my child? Do you think I'm going to leave my child outside while I'm using the bathroom because you don't want me to use the handicap? That's not going to happen. And we went off on each other because
my God.
she was just bitching at me because I went into the handicap and brought in the stroller with me. I mean, what was she expecting
Yeah.
for me to do?
Leave
I wish I
the
was.
stroller
I wish I
out.
was there.
Some people just don't have any type of sympathy for anything, and they just
fight.
That's all they want. That's all they
Fight,
want.
fight.
They want to get in your face, and they want to, drama. That's all they want. They live off of that.
Yeah.
That reminds me of a video that they did over out west in California, Southern California, on a college campus, where this white dude dressed as a Mexican. He had the mustache and the hat, and he goes around the campus, and all these students were complaining to him, that's racist, you shouldn't be doing that. But then he goes into Mexico, into a town wearing the same outfit, and they're like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
All the Mexicans like
They're
that.
like, we don't give a shit.
And then, yeah, exactly. And they're like, you're complaining, and then the actual culture is like saying, yeah, cool, that's awesome.
It's all perspective.
It's,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just you want to fight for just because
Yeah,
you want to fight. You wanna work
exactly.
It's a
hard.
lifestyle now.
Yeah.
Fighting is a lifestyle.
Feeling the victim, or
Causing drama,
yes, drama is a lifestyle.
going viral.
Yeah, every week there's a fight on an airplane or a terminal, an airport.
I'm a dying breed.
I've seen some, but I haven't been. Thank God, I haven't been involved in none of that. I just see it from like far away. Like, hey, bye, I'm leaving.
Can I just say, guys, that it feels awesome to be back.
I know.
I missed it.
You know,
Me
I
too.
really miss you guys. I miss you, babe.
I miss you too, babe. Ew.
Whoa.
Okay, so we're gonna. I promise. We promise that we're gonna try to keep up with the podcast. And whenever Steph is off, because she sometimes goes on 3 or 4 day trips, whenever she comes back, we're gonna continue
Yes.
recording and giving you guys content so you can entertain yourself while you're driving or maybe while you're flying. Who
And
knows?
the gym. you
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we didn't even watch all the videos today, but
On your morning
we'll
drive.
get to them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And thank you to our people to be constantly like messaging us like, hey, when you guys are coming back, we miss you guys. So thank you so much for being on top of us.
I've been surprised that they're still listening after 5 months of
I
no
know.
content.
Still lots of downloads. So
Yes.
thank you,
Yeah,
thank
that's
you.
awesome.
That's pretty
We're doing
cool.
good.
So thank you to the new people and the old ones too.
Yeah.
All right, guys, to the next episode.
Bye.